in front of me. Yeah, hey, we're back, and I'm reading chapter 11 on Mulligan Stew. There was a couple good chapters there. I mean, the Ethne Lamont chapters were kind of funny, and we get to chapter 11, and it's maybe the worst chapter of the whole book. It's like so crazy, and it's like, what is this book is kind of masochistic. So we have. It's the longest chapter too. Let me just read a little bit. Because I don't really have much commentary on this part because there's only like 3 parts or 4 parts. Now the time has come around, dear gentle friend, and also patient auditor. When a man, in this case myself, must do what he has to do, though heaven itself may cry out to him, as oft it will and at times must, that he must cut it out, cease, and desist for decency's sake, and that of sundry others. Must I do. May I hesitantly opine that the tale that I confront you with hereby is one not to be taken lightly taken. In short, do not misconstrue it too quickly, but wait a while. Yeah, since Joyce, Sorrentino, there's so little happening. We're back at the club zap. There's, Ned Beaumont has become like an inarticulate character. I don't know what's happening to him. He's trying to link Mountain Halpern with Daisy, and there's the strippers, and they're just and then they start drinking this drink called Blue Ruin, and we don't know what that is either. So it's almost 20 pages of this crazy chapter where they're just kind of hanging around, and Ned looks like an idiot, and we have all these like draw. Can you see it on the page there? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Like the characters start drawing these weird hieroglyphs that doesn't really add much to it. It's just like, they're drawing these little things. She wrote, I don't know why they're writing those things. So it's kind of this chapter is kind of goofy. There's a bit of songs in it. There's about 4 or 5 drawings. There's like dialogue like beauty, sweet as sugar, and all right, kiddo. You're all right, kiddo. And okay, Joe. And so immediately after this insane we get like Halpern, and I'll read this whole thing because this pretty much tells you where we're at. Ned is gone. All the threats of these past months have finally been made real. Finally gone. The nightclub scene was the straw that did it. I could have predicted such a scene in a million. I could not have predicted such a scene in a million years, and I thought I had begun to know Lamont. Ned is right, of course. This has gone too far, much too far. For some reason, I thought, or was it merely hope, that Daisy and I would be given a soft, idyllic scene, an interlude of love, a gentle chapter. I see that I still have some faith in Lamont, but it's fast disappearing. I knew that Ned would be pushed over the edge by that scene. The rage in his face beneath the idiot mask the scene required. A professional. Lamont can have no complaints over the way he played his role. And did we all play well? My God, to have watched Daisy debase herself in front of the strange creature suddenly arrived for the audience, and all of Ned's scenes have required him to appear a fool and always in front of people. It's amazing that he stayed so long. So Ned has left. He's waited this long to leave, and then Halpern's kind of waiting that maybe there's like some kind of interesting thing holding him back. But Ned's basically gone. And then we get to Lamont's notebook. This will show them all. How can they fail to reckon with this? It is too much to say. That is, it has a masterly touch. Oh, Halpern's voice, tinged with the subdued fury at his defeat. Have I ever before tried such a marriage of fact and imagination, and the plotting is a perfect counterpoint to the surface vulgarity of Randiau and Delamode. Ned Beaumont is totally degraded. Perhaps add a recipe for blue ruins, or better left the mystery. It is admittedly artifice. And I have many enemies in the publishing empire. And if that clownish beggar Jay Beshery only knew the man who he's been trying to fleece. That's the guy, the psychic, the guy asking him for money. So he talks about, like, okay, this is what I got to do. Here's like my little, the same things. Halpern rumbles around the house, like the conversation, the murder, suicide, and then the police arrive. Okay, so we've been talking about this the whole book, the same three things. And then he kind of like outlines the book again. A Bag of Blues is now the prologue. Fallen Lucifers is next. Then Best Intentions, Painful Digest, The Tragic Gesture, Burst Love Letters, Spilled Ink, The Wood So Wild, She is a Queenly Pearl, or Nameless Shamelessness, one or the other. Nameless Shameless was small revision, and then Blue a Ruin, and then 3 final chapters. And then he goes, and finish, all my pain will be eased if only I can write Denise. And then he, at the end here, he just has there's a review of The Red Swan by Dermot Trellis and how happening it is. It's a very short review, only about like a small paragraph. So, I mean, I could just read the whole chapter, maybe, I don't know. But we're down to like the last 50 or 60 pages. 12, 13, 14. Can only imagine what goes on. So yeah, Mulligan Stew. That's pretty much it. I'll cut it short. I mean, that's like maybe I could read one tomorrow. We'll see if we have time. We got a couple of interviews coming up for sure now. Let me just mention, tomorrow we got Bruce Isaacson, the poet and writer and editor of Zeitgeist Press. Going to talk to him. Talked to him before, but we've never done a Zoom call. And he has 2 new books. Yeah, where are those books? I think they're. We got to pull them out. And we're finally going to talk to Tom Leckie. I've been trying to get him for a couple of years. But before, I think we were going to talk about Cuts Magazine, but now we're going to talk about, he actually went to Stanford and was a student of Sorrentino. So there was like 3 people I was talking to, and Leckie, even though he's doing like a tour right now, so we're going to talk to him on Monday. So so we might get one more chapter in this weekend, and but 3 chapters, and then. And hopefully next week, sometime in May. This is, remember, October is Gilbert Sorrentino month. So you should, if you're not reading Mulligan Stew, you should read some Gilbert Sorrentino book this month. Okay, so let's keep it short, and we'll see you later. Bye.